All right, let's get those watering cans ready.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're diving deep into some Stardew Valley patch notes.
Love it.
You wanted the rundown on versions 1.6.9 through 1.6.13.
Deep changes.
And let me tell you, Concerned Ape has been busy bees.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking new content,
Yeah.
bug fixes, quality of life improvements, the whole shebang.
Whole thing.
We've got a lot to dig into, so grab your favorite beverage and let's get started.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, let's start with 1.6.9, the big one.
All right.
Remember those times you accidentally tossed an heirloom into the river?
Oh, don't even.
Or lost Grandpa's Lucky Charm?
The worst.
Well, say hello to your new best friend in the secret woods.
Okay.
This mysterious figure can recover lost items, though it'll cost you. I guess even magical retrieval services have to make a living.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a brilliant addition.
Absolutely.
That adds a layer of security, especially for those of us who are prone to misplacing things.
Especially me.
It also raises some interesting questions about the lore of the valley.
Yeah.
Who is this mysterious figure, and how do they have this power?
I don't know.
Ooh, good point. Maybe we'll get more clues in future updates.
Fingers crossed.
But hold on, because this next one is a visual treat.
All right.
You can now put legendary fish in your ponds.
Wow, finally.
Not only does it add a touch of grandeur to your farm, but each legendary fish produces its own unique row.
That's cool.
Opening up possibilities for new recipes and income streams.
I like it.
This could be a game changer for those who are looking to maximize their profits in the late game.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, now this next one might seem small, but trust me, it's huge.
Okay.
You can now sleep in any constructed building.
Oh, wow.
No more running back to the farmhouse after a long day in the mines.
I love that.
Just pop a bed in your shed, barn, or even your slime hutch, though. I don't recommend that last one.
Yeah, maybe not the slime hutch.
It's a game changer for farm layouts and time management.
Yep.
Imagine having a cabin in the woods dedicated solely to foraging.
Okay.
You could spend the whole day there gathering resources and crafting and just crash for the night when you're done.
That sounds amazing.
Talk about immersive gameplay.
So immersive.
And speaking of immersion, have you ever panicked after dropping something valuable in the water?
Oh, all the time.
Those moments of dread when you see your iridium sprinkler slowly sinking to the bottom?
Yeah.
Well, worry no more.
Okay.
Dropped items now float for a short time, giving you a chance to grab them.
Oh, nice.
And if you're rocking the magnet ring, it's even easier.
Even better.
It's a small but welcome change that removes a bit of frustration and adds a touch of realism to the game.
Makes sense.
After all, even in a magical valley, things should float for a bit before sinking, right?
Right.
It's all about those little details.
Yeah, I agree.
And while we're talking about little details that make a big difference, let's move on to some quality of life improvements.
Sounds good.
Remember the dreaded corrupted save file? Hours of progress gone in a flash.
Oh, no.
Well, the game now attempts to automatically recover those lost saves.
What? Really?
That's peace of mind right there.
Yes.
Especially for those who put in serious hours.
Definitely.
No more fear of losing your progress due to a technical glitch.
Huge relief.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
Missed an achievement or an important piece of mail?
Oh.
No worries. The game resends them.
Wow, that's great.
No more feeling like you've missed out on crucial content.
I love that.
It's all about ensuring a smooth and enjoyable experience regardless of any hiccups along the way.
It really is.
And here's a small but significant change for all the fish farmers out there.
Okay.
Fish ponds now clearly display the number of roe or other items ready for collection.
Oh, that's helpful.
No more guessing games or constantly checking your inventory.
I like that.
It's a small tweak, but it adds a layer of clarity and efficiency to fish pond management.
For sure.
You can now easily plan your harvesting and crafting schedules.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's talk about something fun.
Okay.
You can now replay your wedding day.
Really?
Just exit and reload the day and boom, you're back at the altar.
That's so cute.
It's a charming touch for those who enjoy the romantic aspects of the game.
Ah.
Relive those special moments and bask in the marital bliss.
I love it.
Speaking of charm, the tailoring interface got a makeover.
Nice.
It's now much more user-friendly.
Good.
No more fiddling around trying to figure out what goes where.
Right.
They've added disabled slots for items that don't fit and improved the overall organization.
Oh.
It's a small change,
Yeah.
but it makes the tailoring process much more intuitive and enjoyable.
For sure.
And my personal favorite, you can now sort your inventory by color.
Oh, finally.
Finally. No more chaotic jumble of items.
Yeah.
Organize those gems, flowers, and forged goods to your heart's content.
I can't wait.
It's the little things, right?
It really is.
And speaking of little things, a shout out to Clint, who now refills your watering can when you upgrade it.
Oh, that's nice.
No more extra trips to the blacksmith.
So convenient.
It's a small time saver, but those seconds add up over the course of a season.
Absolutely.
It streamlines the farming process and allows you to focus on the tasks that really matter.
Yeah, I like that.
Now let's shift gears and talk about how these updates affect the game's balance.
Okay.
Foraging got some interesting adjustments. That's right. You'll now earn a bit more experience from various foraging activities like digging, panning, and chopping.
Oh, cool.
It's a subtle change, but it can have a significant impact on your progression, especially early in the game.
That makes sense.
And here's a funny one.
What's that?
Sandy now sells pants in her shop.
What?
It's been a long-standing request from the community.
Really?
And Concerned Ape finally delivered.
I can't believe it.
It's a humorous addition, but it also serves a practical purpose.
Okay.
Early in the game, clothing options are limited. So having access to pants at Sandy's shop is a welcome change.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, let's talk about combat. The Thorns Ring got a significant upgrade.
Oh.
It's true.
Yeah.
Now, if you equip 2 Thorns Rings, the damage stacks.
Interesting.
And here's the kicker. Enemies killed by the ring now drop loot, just like regular kills.
Whoa.
This could make the Thorns Ring a much more viable option for those who prefer a defensive playstyle, especially in the dangerous Skull Cavern.
That's awesome.
That's a game changer for sure.
Yeah.
And one more combat-related change.
Okay.
The Gatherer skill, which gives you a chance to double your harvest, now applies when using an Iridium Scythe.
No way.
This is huge.
Wow.
Imagine the possibilities for gathering crops and resources.
That's insane.
It adds a whole new level of efficiency to late-game farming and foraging, allowing you to harvest vast quantities of crops and materials with ease.
That's going to change everything.
All right, so we've covered the highlights of 1.6.9.
Okay.
But there are 4 more patches to discuss.
Right.
Versions 1.6.9 through 1.6.13.
Okay.
These are mainly focused on squashing bugs and making smaller tweaks.
Gotcha.
These smaller patches might not have the flashy new features of 1.6.9.
Right.
But they play a crucial role in maintaining the game's stability and polish.
Yeah, for sure.
They're like the unsung heroes of game development, working behind the scenes to ensure a smooth and enjoyable experience for everyone.
Totally agree.
Let's start with 1.6.5.
Okay.
They fixed a bug that was causing chickens to disappear on Meadowlands farms.
Oh, no way.
Can you imagine the frustration of starting a new farm and losing your poultry to the void?
Oh, that's terrible.
Thankfully, this patch ensures that those chickens stay put and contribute to your farm's success.
So glad they fixed that.
No more phantom poultry.
Thank goodness.
And in 1.6.11, they fixed that frustrating bug where NPCs wouldn't respond the first time you talked to them.
Remember that.
It was like they were giving you the silent treatment.
So annoying.
Thankfully, this patch ensures that those social interactions go smoothly.
Much better.
No more awkward silences or unanswered greetings.
I'm happy about that.
Now you can chat with your favorite villagers without feeling like you're being ignored.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And in 1.6.1, they made a small but impactful change.
Okay.
Digging up those special dirt spots, panning, harvesting ginger, and chopping twigs now grant foraging experience.
Interesting.
It's a subtle change, but it encourages exploration and rewards players who are thorough in their activities.
Makes sense.
Every little bit of experience counts.
For sure.
It adds another layer of depth to the foraging skill and makes exploring the valley even more rewarding.
I like that.
And finally, version 1.6.13 tackled the issue of legendary fish being a bit too profitable in fish ponds.
Oh.
It seems even legendary fish need a bit of economic balancing.
Yeah, I guess so.
This change ensures that no single stratagem becomes overwhelmingly dominant, keeping the game fair and challenging for everyone.
That's a good change.
So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of patches 1.6.9 through 1.6.13.
Wow.
We've covered a lot of ground, from major content additions to minor bug fixes.
Yeah, we have.
But before we move on, I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
What changes stood out to you the most? What are you most excited to experience in the game?
Well, let me tell you. I think for me, the legendary fish and ponds is going to be pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I need to see that.
You got to get that visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much depth these patches add to the game.
Oh, for sure.
But we've only scratched the surface.
Oh, right.
There's a whole other layer of changes that, while less visible to the average player, make a huge difference for modders and those interested in the technical side of Stardew.
Ooh, the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I always find that fascinating.
Uh-huh.
It's like peeking under the hood of a well-oiled tractor.
Exactly.
What kind of tweaks did ConcernedApe make for the modding community?
Well, one significant change is the inclusion of a file called contenthashes.json.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
It might sound like gibberish, but for modders, this is a treasure trove.
Okay.
It contains the unique fingerprint for every single piece of vanilla content.
Okay, but what does that actually mean for the modders?
Think of it like this.
Go on.
Imagine you're building with Legos.
I love Legos.
But some pieces have been swapped out or modified without you knowing.
Oh.
This file acts like a blueprint, allowing modding tools to instantly spot any changes or inconsistencies, ensuring everything works together seamlessly.
So it's like a safety net for modders, preventing conflicts and ensuring stability.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
What else did ConcernedApe do to make life easier for modders?
They've added a ton of new tools like APIs, dialogue keys, and even debug commands specifically designed for modding.
Wow.
It's like giving them a whole new workshop full of specialized tools.
Nice.
It's clear that ConcernedApe really understands the value modders bring to the game.
It's that symbiotic relationship between the developer and the community that makes Stardew so special.
I agree.
They both contribute to the game's evolution in such a positive way.
It's great.
Exactly.
Right.
Now let's talk about some gameplay adjustments that might not be immediately obvious, but have a big impact on the balance of the game.
Okay.
Remember that trick with the golden cracker and fish ponds?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a bit too good to be true, wasn't it?
It was.
Infinite fish row.
Too easy.
Oh, ConcernedApe has closed that loophole.
Okay.
Fish pond bonuses are now applied only once, so no more exploiting those golden crackers.
Makes sense.
It's all about keeping things fair and balanced. What other exploits got addressed?
Remember how you could cancel cow milking and still get the friendship boost?
Oh, yeah.
That's been fixed too.
Interesting.
It's all about refining the gameplay experience and making sure things work as intended.
I appreciate that attention to detail.
Yeah.
It shows that they're always thinking about ways to improve the game, even in the smallest ways.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about some of those smaller but impactful changes that you might not notice right away but make a big difference in the long run.
Okay.
What stood out to you in that department?
One thing that caught my eye was the fix for forage crops grown in garden pots.
Okay.
Before, they were always low quality and didn't give you any experience points.
Right.
Not exactly rewarding, right?
Right. Garden pots are so convenient.
Yeah.
Especially when space is limited.
Uh-huh.
But it was always a bummer that the quality suffered.
I know.
Well, now you can grow high-quality crops in those pots and get the experience points you deserve.
Oh, wow.
It's a small change, but it makes a big difference for players who rely on garden pots for their farming.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's all about maximizing those resources.
Right.
What else caught your attention?
They also fixed a frustration that has plagued many a farmer. Fruit trees getting blocked by grass and seed spots.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There was a problem.
I've lost count of how many times I've accidentally planted a tree in the wrong spot because of those pesky weeds.
Oh, me too.
Well, no more.
That's great.
Your fruit trees can now grow freely, even if there's a bit of grass or a stray seed spot nearby. That's a huge relief.
It is.
What about pine trees?
Yeah.
Do they get any love?
Yes. They now drop one extra piece of wood when you chop them down.
Ooh, nice.
It might not seem like much,
Yeah.
but it adds up over time, especially if you're a dedicated lumberjack.
Every bit helps.
Exactly.
Now let's shift gears and talk about something a little more heartfelt.
Right.
Remember that quest involving the pirate's wife?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes. Quite a touching story.
It is.
It adds a layer of depth and intrigue to the world of Stardew Valley.
For sure.
It does.
Yeah.
But there were a few bugs that could prevent players from completing it.
Really?
Thankfully, those have been addressed in this update.
Okay, good.
For example, if you lost the war memento, a key item for the quest,
Right.
you'll now receive a new one overnight.
Oh, that's great.
And if the quest was canceled for some reason, you can talk to Birdie to restart it.
I like that.
It's wonderful that they've made it so everyone can experience this story without worrying about getting stuck.
It really is.
It's those little details that really elevate the game and make it feel complete.
Totally agree.
Now let's talk shops.
Okay.
What's new in the retail world of Stardew Valley?
Well, for starters, Willie's shop now opens on Spring 2 in the first year.
Okay.
Even if you haven't read his letter.
Interesting.
This is great for new players who might not be familiar with the layout of the town and might miss his shop otherwise.
It's all that accessibility.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone can enjoy the full Stardew experience right from the start.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And speaking of shops, there are a few new items to be found.
Oh.
The Adventurers Guild now offers a wider variety of weapons,
Okay.
unlocking as you reach certain mine levels, even if you haven't found them in chests.
So cool.
So even if you've been unlucky with drops, you'll still have a chance to get your hands on those powerful weapons.
I like that.
It's all about giving players options and ensuring everyone has a fair shot at success.
Definitely.
And for those who want to add a touch of personality to their farms, Marnie now sells cow decals.
Cow decal.
Cow decals.
What?
I never knew I needed those until now.
I've never heard of those.
I'm definitely kicking some up.
Okay.
What about the Hat Mouse?
Yeah.
Any new headwear to be found?
Yeah.
Indeed, you can now snag a stylish sports cap from the Hat Mouse.
Ooh, nice.
Gotta stay fashionable while tending to those crops.
And last but not least, Willie's shop now carries the advanced iridium rod.
Ooh, very nice.
Perfect for those hardcore anglers looking to reel in the biggest and most elusive fish.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate tool for any aspiring master angler.
For sure.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground here, haven't we?
We have.
From tiny bug fixes to major gameplay tweaks.
Yeah,
These updates really touch on every aspect of the Stardew experience.
they really do.
It's true. And we haven't even touched on all the changes to display, text, and localization gamepad support.
Right.
Or the myriad of cosmetic details.
So much.
There's just so much to unpack.
I know.
But I think it's safe to say that Concerned Ape has outdone themselves with these updates.
Making sure that Stardew Valley stays a polished, fun,
Yeah.
and constantly evolving world that we all love to get lost in.
I agree.
It's really remarkable how much care and attention goes into this game,
It is.
even years after its release.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the passion and dedication of both the developer and the community.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's shift our focus to those smaller patches.
Okay.
1.6.0 through 1.6.13.
All right.
They might not be as flashy as 1.6.9,
Right.
but they're like those essential vitamins that keep your game healthy and running smoothly.
Good analogy.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
These smaller updates often go unnoticed,
Uh-huh.
but they play a crucial role in maintaining the stability and polish of the game.
For sure.
They're like the fine-tuning adjustments that ensure your tractor runs smoothly.
I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what were some of the highlights from these smaller patches?
Uh-huh.
What kind of issues did they address?
Mm.
And what tweaks did they introduce?
Well, one notable fix in version 1.6.10 addressed a rather frustrating issue where chickens would mysteriously disappear on newly created Meadowlands farms.
Oh,
For anyone starting out with that particular farm layout, it was a real headache.
all I can imagine.
Losing your livestock right off the bat would be a terrible way to start your farming journey.
Yeah.
It's like waking up to find your coop empty.
Oh, no.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this patch swooped in to save the day, ensuring that those feathery friends stay put and contribute to your burgeoning farm.
I bet a lot of players breathed a sigh of relief when that fix came out.
I'm sure they did.
What about 1.6.11?
Yeah.
What treasures did that patch hold?
Version 1.6.11 tackled another annoying bug.
Oh.
The one where NPCs wouldn't respond the first time you talked to them.
Oh, that was so awkward.
I know.
It was like trying to strike up a conversation with a wall.
You're right.
It certainly put a damper on social interactions in the valley.
Yeah.
But thanks to this patch, those awkward silences are a thing of the past.
Thank goodness.
Now, when you greet your fellow villagers, you can expect a friendly response right away.
Much better.
It's the little things that make a big difference.
They do.
Now you can spread cheer throughout the valley without feeling like you're talking to yourself.
Exactly.
What about 1.6.12?
Okay.
Anything interesting there?
This patch introduced a subtle but impactful change.
Okay.
Digging up those special dirt spots, panning, harvesting ginger, and chopping twigs now grant foraging experience.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
It is.
It encourages players to be thorough in their exploration and rewards them for their efforts.
For sure.
It's like finding hidden treasure in the most unexpected places.
I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It adds another layer of depth to the foraging skill and makes exploring the valley even more rewarding.
Absolutely.
Speaking of rewards, what did 1.6.13 bring to the table?
This patch focused mainly on balancing and bug fixes, addressing a few issues that had cropped up in previous updates.
Okay.
One notable change was the adjustment to legendary fish in fish ponds. It seems they were a bit too profitable.
Oh.
So their output was tweaked to bring them more in line with other fish pond options.
So even legendary fish need a little bit of economic regulation now and then.
I guess so.
Makes sense. Got to keep things balanced.
Right.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's all about maintaining a sense of balance and ensuring that no single strategy becomes overwhelmingly dominant.
I agree.
So as we wrap up our discussion of these smaller patches, it's clear that they might not have the flashy new features of a major update.
Right.
But they play a vital role in keeping Stardew Valley running smoothly, addressing player concerns, and continually refining the overall experience.
Absolutely.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's true.
It's a testament to Concerned Ape's dedication to the game and the community that they continue to release these updates, big and small, ensuring that Stardew Valley remains a polished and enjoyable experience for everyone.
I love it.
It's amazing how much work goes into maintaining a game, even years after its release. But that's what makes Stardew Valley so special. It's a labor of love, and it shows in every detail.
I agree.
It's amazing how much these patches impact the gameplay, even in subtle ways.
Yeah.
But there's another layer we haven't touched on the visual polish.
Oh, right.
It's like Concerned Ape went through the valley with a fine-tooth comb, adding those extra details that make the world feel even more alive.
I love that.
It's true. They've paid attention to the smallest things.
Yeah.
For instance, Marcello's book stand now has lights adding a warm glow to his little corner of the world.
Oh, that's cute.
It's a subtle change, but it makes a big difference in terms of atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like they're inviting you to sit down and browse his collection and maybe even lose yourself in a good book.
I like that.
Speaking of atmosphere, remember those annoying lighting glitches?
Oh, yeah.
Lights getting stuck appearing in the wrong places or vanishing too soon?
So annoying.
Yes, those could be quite jarring, breaking the immersion.
Yeah, for sure.
Fortunately, they've addressed a whole host of lighting bugs, making the visual experience much smoother and more consistent.
That's a relief.
And speaking of visual cues, those notifications you get when finding a golden walnut or a key gem have also been improved.
Oh, cool.
That's right. Now you can see both notifications at the same time.
Nice.
Which is helpful if someone else in multiplayer finds a walnut while you're in the key gem shop.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Plus, they've fixed those instances where the display would get stuck or show the wrong item.
Good.
It's all about those little refinements that polish the user experience.
Definitely.
I love those little touches. It shows they're really paying attention to detail.
Yeah.
Now, for the fashion-conscious farmers out there, any updates in the clothing department?
Let me think.
Well, there was a particular shirt that was, let's say, not the most flattering design.
Oh, no.
It's gotten a stylish makeover.
Nice.
You can strut your stuff in the valley without fear of a fashion faux pas.
Love that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now keep those farmers looking sharp. Now, what about tooltips? Any changes there?
They've cleaned up a few display issues.
Okay.
For instance, edible items that don't restore health or stamina, like sweet peas or crocuses, used to have an empty space in their tooltips.
Right.
Now the information is presented more clearly.
Okay.
They've also fixed those double spaces that would appear in buff names.
Interesting.
Again, it's about those subtle tweaks that make the game feel more polished.
It's like they're giving the whole game a spring cleaning. Everything is spick and span.
I like it.
And let's not forget the sprites.
Oh, yeah.
Those little pixelated images that bring the world to life.
Right.
Concerned Ape has made numerous tweaks and refinements to various sprites, ensuring they look their best.
Nice.
It's incredible how much personality they can pack into those tiny pixels.
I know, it's amazing.
It's a true art form, and it's wonderful to see that level of care and attention, even in the smallest details.
Yeah.
It shows a deep respect for the game's aesthetic. Well said. It's clear that Concerned Ape is dedicated to making Stardew Valley the best it can be.
For sure.
And that's what makes it so special. It's that constant attention to detail, that commitment to quality, that makes it such an enduring and beloved game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's a game that keeps on giving, surprising us with new content, delightful details, and a sense of wonder that never seems to fade.
It really doesn't.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the Stardew Valley patch notes.
It's been a journey.
We've covered everything from major game-changing features to the tiniest visual tweaks.
So much to talk about.
We hope this deep dive has given you a deeper appreciation for the work that goes into creating and maintaining a game like Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
It's a world brimming with details waiting to be explored and enjoyed.
I can't wait to get back in there.
So grab your tools, put on your favorite hat, and dive back into the valley.
Sounds good.
There's always something new to discover, a new friendship, to forge a new adventure to embark on.
Happy farming, everyone. Happy farming, everyone.